If you want to be a great football manager, just like ZimsMulaa, then you need to know about his perfect tactic for any team. As I will be rating his tactic, guys. It's been a while, I know. It's been a while, guys. I put my hands up since the first edition of this series that I've been doing. We are back. If you guys are interested and want to know more about the series, then make sure you follow these steps so you can be involved on the next episode. Swiftly move on to my Discord. If you guys want to join my Discord, the link is in my YouTube bio. As you can see, this big message right here. As I've said, send in your custom tactics, your own ones, guys. Only the tactics you guys have made solely by yourselves. PC only from FM24. Could be FM23 maybe, because obviously I can still import tactics from there. One thing I would really recommend, guys, is to include the tactic file and the save file. That's what I need. Save file is most imperative, guys, because I want to see the progress you've made with the tactic. I don't really want to waste up my own time to sim a season of the tactic, see how it does. Might not have the same results. So it's imperative, guys, that you guys include your own tactics in this channel, in the Discord, tactics over here. Once you join my Discord channel, provide a short description of how it works, of how the tactic works. Give me some kind of context to it and what you've achieved with it. Obviously the trophies you won, the results you've achieved with it. Pretty much it, man. That's what we're gonna do for today's episode. That's pretty much it, guys. That's how you are able to submit your own tactics for me to rate on this Flipz Rates Tactics series. If you guys are not familiar, I also stream on Twitch most weekdays. You guys can also find that out on my Discord when I am going live. I tend to go live every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Obviously, stay in tune with my Discord to know when there's any other changes. You guys will be informed. Boom! Let's just get straight into it. We don't want to dilly-dally any longer. This is what the tactic has produced for us. I know, as I mentioned in the start, I'd really like it if I had you guys save files, because I know with ZimsMulaa, shout out to him. I'm going to have his YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, everything on here so you guys can see what he's been up to. He's a legend, genuine, guys. Guy streams every weekday, 4 PM, as I believe so. He's a legend, man. So shout out to him for real. Yeah, 17th with QPR. Not the greatest, but with him, he was able to promote, I believe, within his first or second season. I don't really recall from his streams, but he was making wonders with his tactic. And I feel like when it comes to tactics, guys, you need the players for the tactics as well. This is why I'm opposed to testing tactics with lower elite teams, if I'm being honest. I feel like you need the players for tactics. If anything, if you want a lower elite team to work out in the tactics, so it'll be very simple. It doesn't have to be very complex. But with this one right here, it's done wonders for Zims. He was able to win a UCL trophy with Queen's Park Rangers. That's correct. UCL trophy with Queen's Park Rangers. It's insane, man. It's insane. But unfortunately, in this case, in my simulation, which my fellow assistant Flex has done for me, they finished in 17th. Not the greatest. Shout out to Flex as well. But yeah, it's not the greatest. But they still remained in the division. QPR, as you guys know, in real life, aren't having the best of times. They have been struggling quite a lot ever since they've been relegated from the Premier League. They have a lot of debt problems within their finances. It's just not looking good for them. So when it comes to recommending tactics, guys, I tend to look at a team first, make the tactic for the team, see how it works out. If it doesn't work out, then we can always switch up. My kind of philosophy, I like to play a 4-3-3 most times, or 4-2-3-1. But in general, within recent FMs, guys, I've been building tactics based on the teams that I have, because you want to play the football that the players are used to. This is why when it comes to anybody asking me for a tactic for them to use for their team, it all depends on the players that you have at your disposal, guys. So yeah, for what I can see, is very underwhelming. It's not the best simulation, I would say. Maybe if I was to play 46 games with this tactic, I could definitely produce something better. The AI didn't have the best attempts with this squad. It is a shame. This is why I'd always recommend for you guys to test out your own tactics by you managing the team, seeing what's going wrong. Because you can't really and truly see what's going wrong when your assistant manager is taking control of your team. Just before we get into the tactic though, guys, I really appreciate if you guys can leave a like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and obviously subscribe to the channel, man. It really means a lot, man. We're hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers, same thing, by the end of the first quarter of this year, man. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, man, hope you guys are enjoying the content. I'm gonna be bringing another episode. I have another one planned up. I just need more submissions in the Discord, and that's pretty much what I can say. Tactics are coming through as well. Simulations possible when I do have time. So I appreciate all you guys' support, for real, man. It's a whole lot of red, man. It's a whole lot of red. Sad. But one impressive result though I do want to highlight is QPR up against West Brom. West Brom, they were able to finish 22nd. That's even appalling. What's going on in this league? What's going on in this league? Everything is just all over the place. West Brom are even struggling. I believe they've been relegated. Yes, they have been. Probably on the last day as well. That's a damn shame. But 5-1 is probably the best result, best performance this QPR side has done. Boom. And you can see why this didn't work out within the simulation that we have done. Obviously, I've just, if I could show you guys real quickly, I picked out the best side, which the assistant manager believes. And it's clear. Centre backs aren't working together. The wing backs and the wingers aren't working together. Only partnership I can see is between Powell and Chair. They're the only ones working out together. So the team's quite disjointed. Maybe within the season you probably could have seen this, probably changed out a few players, but probably would have picked up some more positive results. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. As you can see, there's quite a lot more negatives to positives, but we're not gonna focus on that. We already know this is simulation. This is not ZimsMulaa's actual save. We already know he went on to the Premier League and he won a UCL trophy with them within 5 seasons. Cool. Tactic. We have a keeper on sweeper, keeper on support, 2 wing backs on support, both central defenders on ball playing defender. We have a regista in the DM positions. Pretty something different. I've not seen this in many years, you know. A DM on regista on support. It's been a while. Reminds me of my old self when I used to make tactics. Back in the days when I was using, I don't know what teams I was using, but I remember making a 4-3-3 and using the regista on support. Might have to spin the block and do this again. So that's a good one. 2 centre mids on attack. We have an inside forward on attack on the right hand side. Joe Willock providing the width as a winger on this side, and the striker, the lone striker, he is leading the line as the advanced forward, guys. In terms of custom player instructions, guys, we have Asmir Begovic on tackle harder. We have the wing backs on cross aim center, cut inside with ball, shoot less often, sit narrower. Same with the left hand side, whereas the left hand side he has cut inside with ball, shoot less often, sit narrower, and tackle harder. So the only difference here I can see is that he's not crossing into the center, but he's tackling harder, whereas he's crossing into the center, but he's not tackling harder. The central defenders, they both have shoot less often and tackle harder, as you can see right there. Regista is building the same player instructions as the central defenders, shoot less often and tackle harder. Shoot less often and tackle harder, whereas the left centre mid has the instructions of moving to channels and tackle harder. Right winger, sit narrower, tackle harder. The winger, cross aim center, cut inside the ball and tackle harder. Obviously, I'm the way how this tactic is envisioning in my mind, I'm loving it, guys. I'm loving it. And then the striker is take more risks, man. This is a very, very good tactic. The way how I'm looking at it, I can see the synergies, I can see the relationships on the pitch working out. I'm liking it. Zims knows what he's doing. I can't doubt him. He knows what he's doing. It's just a shame that I wasn't able to grab a hold of his save, and the simulation just wasn't the best. Just wasn't the best, man. But I could see the potential. I'm sure you guys can see it as well, man. This tactic is a custom clean slate tactical style, so nothing you guys should be worrying about. Positive mentality in possession. We are going with much shorter passing, slightly higher tempo, fairly wide to attack and width, passing to space, play out defense, focus play down the left and the right, run at defense, and be more expressive, along with the final third, crossing in, being low, slow crosses, man. That's what we're doing over here. In transition, we have counter press, counter, distribute quickly, distribute into the whole back line. That is simply meaning the fullbacks and centre backs and the keeper just simply told to throw it long. In our possession, we have a higher defensive line, higher press line of engagement, much more often for the trigger press and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. All in all, I think it's pretty class. One thing I would say, the instructions could be a bit too much for this team. Probably the reason why they didn't work out, or the quality of the players are just not good enough for this tactic. All in all though, I am pretty happy with this tactic. I clearly understand how this tactic works though with all the instructions, guys. So I'll definitely be back with you guys with my results, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving the tactic. It's a bit in me. It's a bit in me. Only one thing I will say though, I have it standard defensive line. I know Zims is all about intensity, so I hear it for high defensive line. Cool, here we are, man. The tier list. Total Flipz reviews tactics tier list. We already done one for Milan in episode 1. Back again with Zims. And yeah, this is how we're gonna do it, man. So number 1, as you guys already know, is overall effectiveness. It's how the tactic overall works out. Based on the results that we do have, it's inconclusive. But honestly, I'm gonna be biased. I've seen how this tactic works out. I've seen it with my own eyes. So I think, honestly, I have to give overall effectiveness a 4 out of 5. Disregarding the assimilation that you guys have seen, disregarding it, of course, 4 out of 5. Only thing I would say, some of the instructions maybe could be a bit too much for low league sides, maybe. And personally with me, just a bit of my own judgment, I'd have the high defensive line just to beat it standard. I think that's more of the meta this year. I think last year it was definitely high defensive line, high line of engagement, high press, of course. But I believe standard is my go-to for me. Tactical philosophy, he's a mastermind. 5 out of 5. I'm sorry, 5 out of 5 for Zims. From seeing the tactic and seeing the instructions, I was already aware of what was going on in the pitch. I just know what's going on. So it has to be a 5 out of 5. I don't think it can even get into a 4 out of 5. So 5 out of 5 for his tactical philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. When we get into adaptability, this is one I will say it can, as within the title, it does say it's a perfect tactic for any team. However, like I said before, it is adaptable, but with his YouTube video, he does provide context as to how you can adapt it. I'm gonna keep mentioning that. So unfortunately, with how the tactic looks now, I have to give it a 3 out of 5. Even though the tactic and philosophy is pretty much clear, I wouldn't say it's adaptable for most teams if you guys just download it straight away and you didn't watch the YouTube video. That's why I think it's very important, for you guys and girls, to watch the YouTube video. Number 4 is player performances. In this one, it wasn't that great. I have to give it a 1 out of 5. I've judged it based solely on what I've been given, but if I was judging it based on what Zims has done on stream, it's 5 out of 5, man. The guy won a bloody UCL, a Champions League trophy with Queen's Park Rangers, guys. But unfortunately for this simulation, I have to give it a 1 out of 5, man. And then results and achievements, as you guys can see, the picture over here, it shows a UCL trophy. As you guys know, if it was based on the stream, it would be a 5 out of 5. But for this one, for the simulation, the AI have kept QPR up, did pretty well. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. These results are probably skewed. Don't take these into account. Just watch ZimsMulaa and see the tactical prowess and genius this guy is on stream, man. And obviously on his YouTube as well. Guys, I have all this information within the description down below. But for this tactic, I'll have to give him a skewed result of 15 out of 25, man. Could have been higher. I think it probably would have been just past 20 in terms of the overall score. But I think 15 out of 25 is reasonable based on what simulation I have done. That's why I think it's very important, guys, for you to definitely show me your tactic and the save file as well. I think it's very key and vital, guys, that you guys send me your tactic and your save file so I can see what you guys have done. I'm not just basing it off a simulation. So yeah, if you want to be involved in the next episode make sure you guys go onto my Discord and send it through into this channel, guys. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you everyone for watching, man. I've been Talk Flipz, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.